Coming up, the calling, the gifted, and feeding the hungry on Perspectives. Hello, I'm Sam Jones. You know, I learned a long time ago, never write a story about human passion until you actually meet the people involved. Because if you do, chances are you'll miss the most important element of the story. I have an example of that, and it starts with a question for you. What is it that drives people to do for others when they seem to want nothing in return? What if the answer starts with something so simple as a prayer? The answer to that prayer starts here for one Manford couple, a pile of raw wood. Well, that wood in the right hands can bring a measure of comfort and a smile to little ones that really don't understand why their world just seems determined to take away their childhood. The tools in this dusty, cluttered workshop are silent right now, but that's only temporary. They're waiting for the chance to help answer a prayer that came 35 years ago. Each one has a purpose, a specialty, if you will. One cuts, another sands, and so on. But among them, the most powerful unseen tool is a passion, fueled by something even stronger. Please, help me. I need direction. There are so many. What can I do for these children, these young survivors? That was the prayer, and it came from this man, Jody Thomas, all those many years ago. Jody has seen the impact life can have on some children. Since he enjoys woodworking, the idea came to make sure each child had something to hold on to at Christmas when they had nothing else.
My grandchildren call me Papa Santa.
Jody is a retired pharmacist. His wife, Trudy, is a retired schoolteacher. They married back in 1968, and she works right alongside him.
I tell her what I'm going to do. Then I ask her if she wants to be part of it. And so if she does, we go with it. If we don't, then we go with something else. If she needs me to help her with a project, then I help her too. We kind of give and take.
Trudy says she's not at all surprised at what he's led to do for the young ones. She says he's always had a way with children.
Well, he can pick up a kid and put it to sleep on his shoulder just a little bit, and he can calm down kids. Kind of a baby whisperer.
A few years ago, one of the children asked Jody to make something for her daddy, who was serving in the military in Afghanistan. He was involved with the tank corps, so Jody came up with a model tank that ended up in the daddy's rest area right in the middle of a war zone. Very soon, calls came from other Americans in that same tank division, and soon they had their own toy tanks from Manford, Oklahoma.
A lot of them go to war zones. A lot of them go to where people are continually at war, and like North Africa and the Near East. And so I'm glad to be a part of helping just a little bit.
But most of them end up in the hands of children who might be suffering the pains of poverty or loss or abuse. The finished products are usually turned over to the Tulsa Women's Shelter or John 3:16 or other such organizations for distribution. Jody and Trudy usually start working on the toys months in advance. Now, some of you might say, well, this is the Christmas season, so is this a Christmas story? I'll leave that up to you for now. Jody certainly has some of the similarities we associate with one character children think about this time of year. But there are no elves, no reindeer, no red suit or sleigh. Now, Jody and Trudy both have motorcycles, but that's not quite the same. Yet every year in this workshop, they turn out hundreds of handmade items for children just in time for Christmas. Jody's kept a journal. Over the years, by his count, they've cut and sanded, painted and glued over 15,000 toys so far. That's over 15,000 smiles. So again, is this a Christmas story? Well, isn't the true meaning of Christmas one of love and hope? If that's the case, then this story must surely qualify. I'm Sam Jones.